This is Jackie.
And this is Heather.
And
welcome to Millennial Mom Chatter, your go-to podcast for candid conversations and fresh perspectives.
We're just two millennial moms navigating life one hilarious audio message at a time. Join us for laughs, adventures, and real talk.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Millennial Mom Chatter. We are, as always, excited that you are joining us, and we hope that you enjoy the conversation. We have hot takes today, so we are going to discuss all of that. But before we discuss that, how are you?
I'm good.
How was your weekend?
I mean, it was a long weekend. I am in North Carolina. If some of you listeners don't know that, we were affected by some snow. And it made the kids really happy because that was our first snow day in years. So it's been fun, but obviously with the holiday weekend plus all the snow days, they've been home for a long time. So we're back to normal today. They're at school right now, so it's totally fine. But like the nice thing was my parents came to visit. So then the snow day kind of extended their stay. So like it was nice just to kind of have them and, you know, have that quality time to hang out. So I feel like it was good. Like the snowstorm was actually good for us because it brought all of us to the house to like really have that quality time together. So I'm like, what
That's
a blessing.
nice. Did you guys have a nice snowball fight?
I didn't. I stayed inside.
What?
I didn't go play outside. The boys did. I think they were out for like forever, just running around, like doing
that's
all
fun.
of the things. So, and it was like a good type of snow too. Like you need kind of like a fluffy, wet snow to like do
not
anything
the
with
icy.
it. Yeah. So like it wasn't like the pellets or anything. So they had a good time. So it was perfect. Just what they
Nice.
needed for their little souls for the winter season. And now we're back to normal and ready for spring. So
Yeah, I saw Tony being super extra with his goggles.
yeah,
I was like,
he was ready for the snow.
even Albert was like, oh wow.
He was ready to hit the slopes. Like
He literally had ski goggles on. I was like, what do you plan on
his
doing?
like snowboarding jacket with like the tag on it from the last time he's hit the slope, like his ski pass or whatever. And I'm just like, cool, like ready to go.
Funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm glad you enjoyed the snow. I wish so Florida did get snow.
Yeah, I saw it was
lot of
really
it.
cute. The welcome to Florida sign that everyone sees on the interstate was covered in snow, and I was like, that's really special because that hasn't happened in years. So I thought that
No.
was kind of cool that it's like palm trees literally had snow on them, and I'm like, wow, what a world! Like just so different.
I think northern Florida got like 9 inches.
They got a lot of
which
snow.
is crazy.
Because they got more snow than us. And we're like higher, like up in the northern hemisphere, higher in elevation, like all the things. Like all the factors you think would give us more snow, we got less than like the warmer states. I was like, this is so crazy.
Yeah, I'm sad we did not. I was like, maybe we'll just get snow.
Yeah, it'd be super cute. Like a little
But
little
we didn't.
frosting.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We didn't. It's fine. My house is like 64 degrees right now. I don't have the heater on, so I'm wearing like a sweatshirt and I got my socks on.
Feeling a little wintry.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to be cozy on the couch today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very disappointed Miami didn't get snow, but it's okay. One day. I was like, I would have so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I would just, I don't know. It's just, it would be nice.
No, it's
Our
fun,
kids were
for
like,
sure.
is it going to snow? And I'm like, no.
Too far
But it'd be
south.
nice. Yeah, tonight I think is supposed to be our coldest night.
Oh, dang. Okay. But
I
no
think
snow. No
maybe
snow in the
the
forecast.
30s.
Dang. So like if there was any
no snow, no.
precipitation, like it could potentially be cold enough you guys could get snow.
Potentially, yeah. I think last year, the year before, we had like snow flurries, but like obviously it was right at that point where like you just get a flurry, but like it melts when it hits.
Yeah.
So we have like people are always think that we are just warm literally all year, and like not that it gets super cold, but we do get cold. Like it's not 80 degrees in the winter.
Yeah. I mean, it's still North America, right? Like we're not that close to the equator that we would have that kind of like really tropical climate year round. It's not the Bahamas. Like,
Yeah. So I have not been cold plunging because I'm like, when I cold plunge, I need the sun.
oh yeah. Yep.
To like, what I do is I lay out after. And Alvar's been cold plunging, and I'm like, I just have no desire. It's gloomy outside.
No.
Like, it looks like it should be snowing outside. Like, we have no sun. It's just gloomy, and it's cold. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go to the cold plunge.
No, I don't know when I'm going to don cold plunging into my routine because it's been freezing. So I would probably just turn into my hair would probably freeze if I went into our backyard with the cold plunge right now. So that's just not happening. Like, we'll save that for next week.
You could just turn the shower on. Cold.
Yeah, I could. That probably could be like my method for this season. But I think I'm just going to wait till next week. Yeah, because next week will be better because we're getting back into the 50s and 60s. So if I just leave it outside on the back deck, I think that's going to be my like reasonable temperature.
Oh, because you have one.
Yeah, we got one. So one of the little portable small ones. So I'm just thinking like that'll be perfect next week. But if I put it out now, it's just going to freeze. And that's wrong. Like I don't want it to be literally like 20 degrees, like then that's just miserable because like you want to have it at a good enough temperature that you stay in there for the 2 minutes, not I dip my toes in, it's freezing and I'm leaving, like my hair's frozen, I'm out. Like
no, you gotta do 5 minutes.
I know, but I can't do that if it's 20 degrees. Like that's I will literally get sick.
I don't know if Jackie can do that if it's 50 degrees.
I mean, I've done it before, so I know I can. It's just the 20 degrees is like that's the limit for me. Like
the hardest part, it gets better. The hardest part before you so in the beginning, you'll pass a point where you're like, okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Like I could stay in longer. But the first part, it's your hands and feet feel like they're being chopped off. Like they feel like
tingling.
It's just like somebody had stabbed a knife through them.
Yeah.
Like that's what it feels like. But once you get past that like little hump, like if you just push through it, then it becomes like, okay, I think it's cold, but like I'm okay.
Yes.
Like,
I can survive
because your body's already shut off all circulation there, so you're good.
Survival instincts have already kicked in.
Yeah. The key, which is the hardest part though, the key is going above your shoulders. Like you got to commit.
Yeah. That's the hardest for me or sticking my head under the water. That one, whenever I've done it, that's been the hardest when they're like, you need to go. And I'm just literally like, and then just like force my face to go in.
They actually say you shouldn't put your head under the water and if you are going to, you should only do it at the end, like the very end when you're about to get out.
Yep.
But they say that if you don't put your shoulders underwater, that your body is confused. It doesn't know.
Oh yeah.
Like
that makes sense.
It doesn't like when you're like this, it doesn't know like, so you don't get the full benefits.
Yeah. And I could see it because your heart is still above the water too. I feel like at that height. Yeah. So I could see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So catch me and Jackie cold plunging next week.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for the video.
Yeah. I just need it to be. Yeah. These cold temperatures here on the East Coast are not it. I know there are people that are out there cold plunging still. They're dedicated to the process. That's just not me. I will not torture myself with that.
Yeah. I mean, what's it to like? I mean, I guess if it's already cold outside and you're going in ice, then it's like whatever.
Okay, Heather, come on over. Like,
right?
Come on over.
Like, as I just said,
be my guest. Like, the sun is out. I mean, it's just cold outside. So like the sun, I don't think the sun's gonna help you.
See, no, it does help though. It really does help. We don't have any sun.
That's why you can just come to my house and get a full cold plunge experience. Yeah. Do a polar plunge? Where we're just diving into
we technically could at this point in Miami because we do have a pool. Yeah. And our pool is probably 50 degrees right now.
Yeah, so that technically is a cold plunge too.
We might as well I might just actually end up doing that because I feel like, so we have our cold plunge, you have to like step into it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like it's like we probably have same as you. Like it's like a portable style. Yeah. So we just have the chiller obviously because we're here.
Yes, yeah.
But we have to step into it, whereas I feel like the pool's easier because you can just be like, just jump in.
Yes, you get it. The shock is all over and done with.
Faster.
And you have the space to kind of like tread water a little bit too. Yeah. So I think that makes a difference as well versus just being like, how many more seconds?
Like I have to sit like Indian style and I'm like
how long?
But anyways, so that's our new journey. So we're trying to be healthy this year.
Yes, because for those of you who don't know, we are on a 75 soft right now. So that includes reading, drinking water, a healthy-ish diet, whatever that is for you, and then the working out periodically throughout the week, including outside time and inside time as far as workouts. So it's honestly just creating like a really healthy lifestyle, but like why not add in like the sauna time, some infrared, some cold plunge, like just to really like roll through with some healthy lifestyle changes. So it's been fun.
Which we're only on day 19 and I feel like it's day 40.
We're so close to the finish line.
You know how there's been like a few days where like I didn't do like as much as I should have,
Yeah.
right? Like I'll have gone on a walk, but I didn't fully do a whole workout.
Yeah.
Like technically walking is part of the 45 minutes to an hour that you're supposed to do. Like it is,
It counts. It really does.
it counts.
Yeah.
Right. But I try to not do that. I try to walk every day, and my walk is not included in my time.
Yeah.
And so like there's been days where like it's 9 p.m. and I'm laying on the floor like with weights and like while watching TV while Alvaro's, because I'm like, I didn't do what I needed to do today. Like
get that.
And so it's been good. It's been good. It's moved me. I did a killer. By the way, ankle weights and being on the floor doing a glute workout is very underrated. I did that this morning, and my hips and butt were literally like cramping. I had to do one of those where you like stretch the leg out.
Yeah. I believe it. 100%. Very
And
underrated.
I almost died.
Yeah.
So I tried to get in a little workout before this, but
Good.
I'm going to for sure do like a walk or something later. But
That's
I do
perfect.
feel like we are further along than we are.
Yes, it does feel that way. I agree. You're like, even just hearing day 19, I'm like, that's not right. Let's go back and count those. Like, surely we're at the halfway point.
It's right, Jackie. It's right.
I know it is.
But-
I think that's just
okay.
the way January feels. Maybe that's a hot
Yeah.
take, but I feel like January also is like, it feels like the
Long.
world's longest month. Yeah.
Yeah, because what day are we on? 23?
And it also, I'm one of those people that
No.
believes that because there's nothing to look forward to in January, it also takes away from the time. Whereas I feel like Halloween goes fast, Thanksgiving goes fast, Christmas goes fast, and now we have nothing. It's just a
Yeah.
dreadful time.
We're like waiting for spring break.
Exactly. Like, what else is there to look forward to right now? Like, nothing.
I know. Or we can just plan, me and you, we plan our virgin
2 weeks.
last minute.
Yeah. We're just leaving. That's the option
Whatever's-
right now. Let's just get out of here.
I know. We saw one for 14 days, transatlantic, and it was like, what was it? 2,200 for
Yes,
two
for
people?
2 people. Yeah. So the only thing we
Everything's
had to
included?
cover was the airfare to fly back to the U.S. That was it.
And so me and Jackie are just going to book it.
Yeah, it had everything too. It was all inclusive. There
know,
wasn't
I
anything we
know.
had to pay extra for.
No.
Very impressive. So if you guys are looking for a vacation up soon and you're just a couple with no kids, go check out Virgin's Cruises right now because there's a really good deal on there.
February.
Yeah. Let us know how good it is because we're very envious of that.
We are. We wish we could. I was like, oh, if we could just book it right now.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
One day.
So today we posted to our stories hot takes. We didn't want to provide the hot takes. We wanted people to put in their hot takes. This is anonymous. We are not going to call out anybody. We're not going to say anybody's names or what you voted, but I did screenshot it and I have the results.
Nice.
So
This is going to be fun. I'm here for it.
we got so many that we are probably just going to do a hot take episode. So
That'll be fun.
first one's up. Ready?
Ready.
Children should not be put on leashes. Use a stroller.
It's interesting because I personally, as a mom, have never used a leash on my boys.
No, me
but
either.
I've seen it at like airports and Disneyland and stuff. So I've seen them in use, and I'm like, okay, I guess I kind of get it because this is really crowded and like you are keeping your kid. But to me, it's just there's something off about it where I'm like, why? Like, what are we doing right now? Like,
Yeah, like just use a stroller.
Yeah,
and
toss
they're
them
like,
in the
my
stroller.
kid, and they're like, my kid wants to walk. Okay, this is one thing, right?
Yes.
You either hold their hand or you tell them, it's not time for you to walk right
Yes,
now.
exactly. Like it's really busy and congested right now. I don't want you to get kidnapped. Therefore, you're staying in your seat. Okay. And like, I feel like that's what we did with our boys and it worked. I never had to do that. Like, of course, toddlers will run away from you, like 100%. But that's when you have to parent and come in with a deep voice and just like you're going to listen because I want to keep you. I don't want to lose you. If you respect your life and you like your life at home, then you will stay with mommy.
Yeah. I mean, I might have a hot take on the hot take.
Ooh,
I think
okay.
that the people that use leashes are the ones that give in to their children of like that, like, oh, but they want to walk. And I'm
Yes.
like, but this
Yeah.
is not a place to walk.
No, that actually is a good hot take on a hot take. I see that for sure because you have to think like that. What happened here? Why didn't you say no to your kid when they were sitting in the stroller?
Yes.
Like, why'd you let them
Right.
out? Like you caused
Right.
this problem now. Like now your kid's 5 feet in front of you on a leash when you could have just had him strapped into the stroller for this walk to your gate or to this
Yeah.
ride or wherever you're going. Like for
Correct.
sure. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So I think it's the parents that kind of just give in to their kids of like what the kids want. So children should not be put on leashes. Use a stroller. So 100% of the pollers agreed.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're not even like mean moms. No.
We're not mean moms. So that was that was a good first hot take.
Yeah.
I agree. Use a stroller, man. Don't
Yeah.
use a leash. But it's okay. You're not a terrible mom if you use a leash. Just rethink it.
Yeah. Reel it back in. Like, figure out what's going on here. Because then it's just going to go to the next level. Then your kids literally, when they age out of the leash, then they're literally just running away from you. So have fun chasing your kid around the airport. Like,
Yeah, I think you got to just be like, yo, get in the stroller. This is not a time and place for you walking around right
Yeah.
now. You know?
Yep.
Me and you survived without the leash.
yes, exactly. That's
And
why I'm like, what?
I had 3 kids
I know.
under 4.
Yeah. So you would have been like a prime candidate to have like
Yeah.
3 leashes with all your little rascals.
Attach
just,
them
like,
to one. Have you seen those at the daycare?
Yes. See, that makes sense though, because they literally have to walk to the cat or wherever they're
Exactly.
going,
Okay.
and then they get
Okay,
off their
let's
little
take
leash.
back our hot take.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the only
parents that use leashes. No.
Yeah.
But if you are a daycare and you have to like walk to a park or
Yeah.
you watch a bunch of kids and you got to walk on a street with 5 kids, totally get
Yes.
it, right? Like you either have to put them in one of those bus strollers,
Yes. And those are expensive, so the leash
Yeah.
might be the better alternative here.
100%. So it's okay. If daycares want to use them, totally
Yeah.
understand. Totally understand. Okay. Next, this is very relevant. Next hot take. Blake Lively sucks.
That's it. Just no kind of context, nothing. Just straight into it. Blake Lively. All right.
Yeah.
So the background on that is obviously the Justin versus Blake because of It Ends With Us. That's where we're coming from with that. So
Yeah.
very interesting.
So that's where it comes from. So because I know that's where it stemmed from, probably.
Yeah.
I didn't just be like, does she suck? Right. So it was more like, are you team Blake or team Justin in this whole lawsuit
Yeah.
situation? So I didn't understand the lawsuit situation. I did not read it. I was like, I don't understand what's going on.
There was a
I felt
lot.
I felt like I was in the dark for
Yes,
sure.
yeah.
And I felt like it was so intricate. I didn't have the capacity to like really research it. But which I'm going to, if Jessica, I'm talking to somebody in the live.
Yeah.
If you want to know about the like lawsuit, I'll send you a video. And if anybody wants to know, ask me, I'll send the video. So there's this guy, I don't know if he's in law or what, but he took 9 hours to break down the lawsuit. He read it all.
dang, he's put it in
And
the
he
work
printed
for
out
us. What
he
a
put in the work
savior.
for us. Yeah. And he printed out all of like the important stuff like text messages
Okay.
and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
And so he went into it being like, I'm giving Blake the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, I like her. I've always liked her movies, whatever. I'm team Blake. After reading everything, he's team Justin.
Ooh, interesting.
So he's like, he thinks if this goes to actually ends up going to court, that she will be destroyed.
Interesting.
And he's like, I think her career will be over.
I think this it makes sense because I'm seeing way less of Blake Lively on social media right now. She, like, even on her own Instagram page, we're seeing way less of her. So she has a publicist or someone who's telling her to like go hide right now. Like, go take a chill
I was going to
pill,
say,
step back.
did she exaggerate? So let me tell you what he says. So I'll send the video to anyone that wants it. But he basically breaks down and says that he thinks that her and him developed feelings. And Ryan Reynolds got like, he was threatened by it. And he's going to like smear his name.
Ooh.
So Blake and Ryan met on the set of Green Lantern. And word on the street, it's not confirmed, is that they left both of their partners to be with each other.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So he's like, the guy's like, how you get them's how you lose them.
Yes, exactly. No, and that makes
And-
sense. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
if she's done this before, why wouldn't she meet another guy on set, just like she did
Yeah.
her hubby? Yep.
So text messages prove a little like flirtatious, inappropriate talk.
Yep.
And basically everything she says about him fat shaming her, all this kind of stuff is all a lie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's proven in text
Yeah.
messages. So she probably listened to her husband, felt like she had to go along with it
Yeah.
because her marriage is on the line.
Yeah.
And she did what he said and created like a lawsuit, and now she's probably like, how do I
Yeah,
get out of
yes.
this?
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense because remember how both of them were in the limelight a lot. Like we have Wolverine versus Deadpool. Like that movie launch for Ryan Reynolds was a big deal. So he was in the
Yeah.
publicity. Then we had Blake Lively with It Ends With Us, plus her hair care line. So both of them were like in our face. So they both had to really like position themselves where it's like, okay, don't talk right now. Like if you want this to work out and you want to look good in the end, don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, so I could see that, especially from Ryan Reynolds' position. He's a big celebrity. He knows. Like he's like, Blake, close your mouth. Like
Yeah.
this is the way we're going to protect ourselves is if you just go along with this. Like I could see that.
I think they have to settle outside of court, because if they go to court, they're going to be proven wrong, and
Oh,
then it's
yeah.
going to look really bad.
It's going to be very embarrassing for her.
Like she basically just needs to be like, I'm going to bow out.
Yeah.
Like forget that I did a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to leave. Because apparently a lot of stuff's very incriminating. Like
Yeah.
she talked about like how he was like inappropriate during certain scenes, and like it's obviously on footage. Right?
Yeah, and that's like the crazy
And-
thing. Like for instance, the romance scene where they had a intimacy coach come on set, and
Which she says they did
Yeah,
not
they did
have
not,
one.
but then they did. And then same with when they asked how much do you weigh so that Justin can pick you up. Even Justin's personal trainer came out and was like, no, like I wanted to be able to make sure he has a back injury. I want to make sure he's physically fit enough to do all of these scenes.
Like so I could train to
Yeah.
like make sure I can do it
Yeah.
without like looking weak or
Yes.
not being able to do it.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind
Yeah.
of like this is a lot of like really little details that she's trying to add up to use against him, but they all came out with like facts behind it all,
Yep.
and I'm just like, ooh, it's not looking
Yep.
good. Like,
But apparently even after that scene, like she would like openly like breastfeed in front of him like on scene, and like be like cracking up with him with her kids like at her home, all the stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like if you felt like something was inappropriate, you wouldn't have done that stuff.
no,
after.
absolutely not. I would have been like, okay, this is a professional relationship, and I will not
Yeah.
include you on any of my life. Like, we won't come with the kids
Yeah.
on set and hang out with you. Like,
And at one point, she's like, he texts her. He's like, I like sensitive. This is when it was like kind of inappropriate, the conversation. Not kind of, it was. I'd be pissed if it was my husband. He was like, I like sensitive Blake, and she's like, I don't know if she says something like, I'm not sensitive, and he's like, well, I like asshole Blake too. And then she's like, I don't think you've met her yet, but my suppositories have. And I was like,
wow.
hey.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's not
yeah.
And even the guy reading them was like, that's inappropriate. So, yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
Watch the video. I'll send it to you if whoever wants to watch it. And he breaks it down, all of it.
Yeah. Really neat and tidy. I like that.
Yes. And so everyone wrote 100% Team Justin.
Okay, yes. That's actually kind of cool. That I feel
Yeah.
like, because I'm not going to lie, I was one of those people in the beginning that I was Team Blake. Like, I've loved Blake since like we were young teen boppers and we were watching like Gossip Girl and all that kind of stuff and all of her movies.
And she
I
always
loved her
was posh,
movies.
kind of. you
Yeah,
know,
and she
like-
was just like a fun millennial that we could see on the red carpet, so I enjoyed it. Then as like more stuff started coming out, I was like, ooh, okay, like we got to do some research here. Like Justin might
Yeah.
have something here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, before even this lawsuit came out, videos of her like being rude to interviewers, I was like,
oh yeah,
ooh, like
it didn't
you
look
know
good.
what I'm talking about. It
Yes,
did not
yeah,
look
a lot of her stuff, and it kind of like it spun and slapped her in the face. Like she didn't expect it, and it was like not good. It wasn't giving
Yeah,
her a
I
good
think-
image.
Some of it, I think she's just being straight up rude. Other times, I think that she thinks she's being funny, but she's actually just being rude and making the interviewer uncomfortable. Like, and it's just, yeah.
No, for
So
sure.
I really like Ryan Reynolds, so I really wanted to like Blake Lively.
Same,
And
yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It's so disappointing when you think you like somebody and they just.
Yeah.
They just, all evidence is pointing like you should not like this
Yeah,
person.
we were gaslit. Like,
We were. Okay, moving on. Next one. Gender reveals. Have we gone overboard?
yes, yes, we have. Simple
Yes.
answer. Yeah.
I think they are, okay, so My brother had a good hot take on the hot take. So I do, initially I would be like, yes, I don't like gender reveals. Like, I feel like they're overdone. Do you want to like do a gender reveal on like a video to share to your family? You cut into a cake or something? Cool.
Yeah.
But like when you're inviting everyone over and like everyone's got to bring a gift
Yes.
and all this kind of stuff, like, and then you're also going to be invited to the baby shower and also have to bring a gift.
Yep.
I'm like, that's too much.
No, I agree with that because now we're turning parties and celebrations into anything as more opportunities to make money and gifts. Like it's not
Yes.
for the wholesome reasons anymore.
Correct. And it's kind of nice to just be like an intimate, like you and your partner or just your like family or whatever. Like if you do something small, cool. But
Yes.
people are going like extreme,
Yeah.
like having like helicopters drop like powder and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like too
Yeah.
much.
No, and we're causing fires. Like we're
Yeah.
out here like burning things up to identify genders of babies. Like it's wild now. Like,
No, for sure. So my brother was like, when you do it appropriately and you don't do it too big, he's like, I think it's nice because it's always nice to come together and celebrate something positive.
oh, I like that. That's correct.
So I'm like,
yeah,
I mean, he's right.
yeah,
He's
I
not
agree with
wrong.
that. Especially
Yeah.
like you said, just celebrating something positive in the world today. Great. Like bring some people
Yeah.
together, celebrate the life of a new baby in the family. Awesome. It's the
Yeah.
I think my answer is like they're fine.
If
Go
you do
ahead
it
and
simple.
celebrate these happy moments, but like booking the fireworks and helicopter, no. That's where I draw the line.
Or like literally going like, you know how they have like the walls like all decorated
Yeah.
and you pin your like,
yeah.
it's like too much.
Yeah, or like asking for gifts and stuff too. Like where it's
Yeah,
turned
it's
into a
too
party and then
much.
people feel like they have to dress up and bring you a gift for a gender reveal. Like, skirt, that's the line. Like,
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. So did my iPad just die?
how convenient.
Oh, how convenient. Okay, let me read these.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I think the next hot take after gender reveal was that. Oh, we have a viewer in our live that mentioned they get it for people who've had a hard time or difficult time having babies. A celebration for something like that, I think, is granted. I think that's definitely worth celebrating, and you should bring people together for something beautiful like that. It's just, I think we can almost put this hot take on top of a lot of things that have gone a little bit overboard. Like now we have like 2-year-old birthday parties that are as like big as my wedding. Like, so I think like we've just taken things like we all want to be like this
More expensive than my wedding.
yeah, like we just have taken things we want to show off to our friends and family and the internet. So I think we've just taken things. That's like a whole new hot take. We could probably unpack so much with that actually. Just like this illusion of like the giant cakes, the giant photo op areas with like balloon arches that are hundreds of dollars. Like, but for what? Like you're going to pop these balloons. Like, so what was the point of that? So I think it always comes back to the just like wanting to look good and impress your community and like spend a lot of money on stuff.
And I feel like, have you ever been to those baby showers that are like more expensive than like it would have been cheaper to buy all your own gifts?
Oh yeah, yes. To buy your own stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yes.
And if you have that much money, then just like tell people not to bring gifts
Yes.
and like just come and celebrate.
Yes, yeah.
Which I have actually gone to one baby shower like that, which is nice. So the poll results on that was 33% think it's dumb.
I love that.
50% think it's cute. And 17% were like, I don't care, whatever.
Okay,
Whatever
I
you
could
wanna
see
do.
that. And even with maybe men voters and stuff like that too, they're probably like, "What?"
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
My wife said
just
she
tells me to go
yeah,
there.
exactly. My wife said, so we're going.
Okay, this one's not much of a hot take, but it's dogs versus cats. I like cats better because I like that they just leave me alone. You know, like
Oh yeah.
I want to be able to go. You can do like a short vacation.
That's true.
You can go out for 24 hours and not have to be like, my dog's got to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't bother you. You know.
No, that's a really good point about cats as far as traveling. But I still just love my dogs. I've never been a cat person, so I'm gonna choose the dog over the cat. But it's as far as traveling, that's one pro on a cat. Like,
Yeah.
they do have that on dogs. Like,
Listen, I watch dogs. When I say I watch dogs for a living, like I watch dogs and get paid for it. So it's not that I don't take care of dogs or like I hate them. I don't really love them, but they make me money. So, and I treat them well, guys. I treat them well. It's okay. I have one right here, actually.
And Heather has a dog. Her family has
And
a dog.
and I have a dog. Yeah.
And
It's
no
just,
cats. She doesn't have a cat.
The hot take is, like, why do we have pets that we pay for when they do nothing for us?
I will say dogs do fill my bucket. I don't know.
yeah, no.
I think it's because even from being a kid, I've always like loved animals. And so like dogs love us. Like they come up to us, they get happiness from us. They show their happiness with their tail wags.
So
it's
does, like, my kids and my husband.
yeah, but I
right?
didn't have kids as a kid. So like a dog was that like I get to take care of
Yeah.
something. I see its happiness. I'm taking it on walks. It's just like a full circle of just like happiness and joy. Like
Yeah. Jessica says they bring joy. Yes.
yeah.
We like to travel a lot. It's
Yeah.
just a mission. It's a mission.
No, for sure.
But it's
And I
okay.
think people who don't travel probably don't even have that complaint. You know, they probably are like, well, I
Right.
just hang out and like, you know, my dog is here. And
my
it's
dog
great.
gives me company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing. We have paid a lot of money in like dog care and stuff like that because we travel a lot.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it becomes a lot.
no,
like,
for sure. Same.
Jackie and I talked about how we plan a vacation, and neither one of us are big budget people in the sense that we're like, on this vacation we're taking out $400 cash and that's all we have.
Yeah.
Like, we don't budget to that extent, but you know, you have a rough estimate.
Of course,
right?
yeah. Here's the
And-
parking garage. Here's the Uber we have to take. Here's our restaurant. Like,
Right.
we know
Like,
we're
we
going to
kind of
spend
know
this
roughly.
much. Yeah.
Well, Jackie and I talked about how we always forget about the dog. That it's gonna be like $400.
Yeah. Because you book
We're like,
all of these things. You
"Wait,
book your
what?"
like, you know, extended stay parking. You book your plane tickets. And then it's always like, oh, wait, my 4-legged son needs a place to stay. And it's expensive. It's really not cheap,
expensive.
like to board a
Yeah.
dog. And you also don't want to just
No.
like leave your dog in a kennel when you're on a vacation. Like, so you do try to pick a nice place for your pet and it's going to cost you. Like, it's not
Yep.
cheap. So,
We left for a month one time, and our bill was $1,200.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give the dog up for
So
adoption.
anyways,
like,
That's why my hot take votes
Cats.
Okay, we're gonna move through because we're at 33 minutes.
oh,
already.
wow.
Okay, iPhones are overrated. Thoughts?
I am a iPhone user, but I do think they're overrated. Like, I'm not one of those people. Also, I'm not one of those people that buys the new iPhone whenever it comes out because I don't care. And also, I would never spend over $1,000 on a mobile device. So for me, that's like, yes, I have it because it's what I've had for the past couple of years. But I've had Blackberries, I've had Androids, I've had different brands of phones. So I just really use it for what it is.
We all had the Galaxy. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
We
Started
have
it with an
Galaxy.
Android. But even before then, like I kind of was like, whatever's cheapest and works for me right now because that's just life. So I feel like we've gotten the point of overconsumption with like standing in line outside the Apple store to get the new phone, even though you have a 5-month-old phone in your hand. Overrated.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do think, I don't know how much they are overrated. I do think iPhone is a little superior. And like, I don't know if this is a word, but I'm going to say it. Easeability. Like, it is just easy to use.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is functionable. Like, I like that. Like, I don't care if I can super customize my home. You know,
Yeah.
Androids will be like, but you can customize this. I don't care. Just,
Yeah.
I want to, like, when I go into Android settings, I'm like, what is this? Like,
It's like a
whereas
whole
iPhone, you can-
computer.
yeah. Whereas iPhone, you can just search like messages
Yeah.
and it just comes up.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. But anyways, so I do think that they are a little bit superior, but I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
have whatever phone you want.
Yeah.
I don't like the green bubble. Not going to lie.
And when text messages with Android users, yeah. But it's better now
Now-
because everything's RST.
If everyone updates.
yeah. I feel like I've
Yeah.
not texted anyone where it's shown up differently now. I feel like all
Oliver
of my
hasn't
people.
updated because he has no space.
Oh,
It's so funny because he has no pictures or anything. He has nothing on his phone, but his
'cause
phone's
it's
like
storage.
every time he does updates, the update's bigger. Like, he cannot update his phone
Yeah.
because there's like, I think his phone is like 16 gigs or 32 gigs. It's not very big.
Oh, okay.
So
So he's probably one of those people that might think iPhones are overrated because he's not buying the newest one whenever it comes out.
I don't know if he cares really, but
Okay.
it is annoying when like people are like liking messages and it's like liked blah blah blah, and the Androids come in the chat and you're like, oh, it's so annoying. My cousin did that in one of our chats, and my brother was like, "Yo, do you know that every time
Yeah.
you like,
And I don't think
'cause
they
doesn't
do.
show
It doesn't
up on
show.
their
Yeah, I was going
end.
to say it doesn't show up for Android users, so they don't see it the way that an Apple phone would see
No.
it. Yeah. It's not a whole
So
new
he literally
bubble.
told him.
Yeah.
He told him. Okay. Oh, this is honestly, I think this is the most controversial one on our hot takes.
Okay.
Are we ready for it?
Yeah. What is it?
Gender pay gap should no longer be a thing. So my options that I gave people were
Okay.
everyone should be paid equally.
Okay.
No, men are superior.
Love that.
Which
Love it.
we all know no one probably put that. But the other option I gave was I don't believe women get paid less.
Okay. These are good answers, like
Okay.
good options.
Yeah. So I have a controversial take on it.
Okay. Hit me.
So obviously with anything, there's always going to be some, right?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
always going to
Yep.
be situations. Like as a whole, Americans are nice, right?
Yeah.
But there's some really trashy, mean Americans.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but as a whole, we are nice. So as a whole, this is going to be a hot take. I don't think that women get paid less as a whole. I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
is kind of a thing of the past. I think people have really held on to that. I think current times, it happens very few and far between.
I agree with you. Yep.
Does it happen? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. Like with anything, it's like, you know, do I think the world is racist as a whole? No.
Yeah,
But
I see.
obviously, you're going to have your people,
Of
right?
course. Absolutely.
So, I don't believe as a whole women get paid less.
No, I don't think that's a hot take
Don't
of a
judge
hot
me.
take. No, I don't, because I actually agree with you 100%. When I saw that as our polls, I thought immediately the same thing. And I'm so curious, viewers that are on our live right now and listeners that go back and listen to this podcast episode, let us know. I want to know what industries today in 2025 are still paying women less than men, because I was trying to like go through my brain and I was like, every job I've ever held has been the same pay as my male counterparts. So I'm really curious, like, am I ignorant or do we still have this as a problem today? Because I'm one of those people that I'm like, surely things are better now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's where we can vote now. Like, come on, guys. Like, we've gotten so many, like, as women, we've gotten so much. I think we're almost being handed things now because people feel bad for us as women. And this is not just pay, but like
Yeah.
everything, where it's like, oh no, whoa, it's us. And so now we're getting handed things. So I'm almost like,
So,
are we getting paid less? Because I feel like I don't notice. Like, we definitely have gender priority when it comes to things. Like,
I agree. So, we have somebody in the chat on TikTok saying movie industry.
oh, like women actresses versus male actresses.
It's a little bit hard though.
Yeah.
I will say. They can be paid less. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Like I said, as a whole, there are definitely situations that women get paid less.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard, in my opinion, to knock the movie industry for it, because at the end of the day, every I can't even speak. Celebrity has a different amount of fame
Yeah.
and a different amount of, so naturally they're going to get paid different. Like
Yeah.
if you have Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, right? Even though they're big guys, they're still going to get paid differently.
Yep.
They negotiated differently. It's all kinds of different things
True.
that go into that.
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of say women get paid less when like you are co-stars, you're like the two main characters, because it is going to be on who's more famous, what that person negotiated, if they negotiated royalties, if they negotiated up front, it's going to kind of all depend.
And then
on
walking into it too, people are going to be at different levels anyways, like when they're auditioning
Right.
for a role and stuff like that. Like you couldn't put, let's just throw a random person out there, Emma Roberts. She's going to be smaller than Mel Gibson if they walked in for the same role, like
Or Brad Pitt, or-
yeah,
yeah.
anything like that. So
She's
and
gonna
it's
get
not
paid less,
because
even if they are
she's-
co-stars,
Yeah,
she's gonna get
and
paid
it has
less.
nothing to do with her being a woman. It's just this is a bigger name. We want this for our movie, and you're not as big. I'm so sorry. Like, have a nice day. So I just think it's like that's a tricky one, and it
a
probably
hard
does.
one,
Yeah, it's we could break that one down probably a lot. Like,
Yeah. I will say, though, that the people that said, I don't believe women get paid less, there are multiple corporate people that voted that are
Ooh.
women in there.
okay.
And they voted they don't believe. So they are in the corporate
Okay.
world.
Nice. So we're
and
getting
said
that
they don't believe
perspective
it.
even from a specific industry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
But that was a good one. I actually like that one a lot. That's a very relevant to
Definitely
today.
a hot take.
Yeah.
That is controversial. We're going to have people come at us.
Yeah,
for sure.
we sure.
It's okay.
Yeah, and that's okay.
We like opinions.
Yeah, we want the perspective too, because like we've only worked in certain industries together, you and I. So it's like we really only have that perspective in our current life. So it'd be kind of cool to hear what people think about it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. This isn't so much of a hot take, but I did pull it. What is the name of the generation younger than Gen Z? I don't know. And I put, do you know? Do you know the name of the younger generation?
Is it Gen Alpha?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then did you just this January, did you see now is the start of Gen Bravo?
Oh.
Yeah. So now we have a new one.
But that's kind of easy to remember.
That one,
Gen
yeah.
Alpha, Gen Bravo.
Yeah. So they did go in order for us, which is really great. But I just thought that was funny. I was like, we've already moved. Like our kids are the Gen Alpha, and now we've already like moved to the next group.
What happened to Generation Y though?
I don't know.
So
We
like
just
my
lost them.
mom's-
They just disappeared.
My mom is the very bottom end. Like she just meets Gen X.
Okay, gotcha.
So my dad's a baby boomer, Gen X. She just is a Gen X. So then Gen Z is, but like what happened? Like, because technically it would be then millennials,
Yeah.
which we should have been Generation Y, and then Gen Z. Like, where
Was
where
it
did
just
we
like a
lose
nickname, or like did they try to reduce us to another category, maybe with the Y? But was it like a
I don't
proper gap? Maybe I don't know, because I feel
don't
like no
know.
one says that anymore either.
No,
Like we referenced
We're
it
just
back
millennials.
in yeah. I think people referenced it back in like the 90s and 2000s, but no one referenced it now, like as a group of people.
no, I don't even know if we're called Generation Y at all, though.
No, I think people just label us millennials, and that's it. Hence the podcast name, Millennial Mom Chatter. Like,
Millennials are superior, so
Yeah.
who cares what the next generation names are? We don't care.
we have a cool one. I feel like our name is cool and unique, and everyone knows it.
I think Rylan is Gen Z, and I think the rest of my kids are Gen Alpha.
I think
But
so.
I'm not 100% sure
I think
because I
that
don't know
sounds
when
right.
Gen Z ends.
Yeah.
Which part of me hopes that he's maybe. I mean, I guess I gotta wait to see which way I want to categorize him. But Gen Z's not looking too hot right now, so
New
I
hot
don't know
take.
if I want to. New hot take. I don't know if I want to categorize them. I hope Gen Alpha we can recover, guys. We
Yeah.
can recover. We can see that Gen Z got really screwed up.
Yeah, a lot happened for them though. They had to deal with a lot.
Yeah, but we need to recover from that.
I think we
which
can
I
do
do
it.
think it. Which I do think it kind of bounces back and forth because I think Gen X is who created Gen Z.
Exactly. Yes.
So they really messed up, and baby boomers did pretty good with millennials.
Yeah, because then we're gonna take what we've learned to apply
Right.
it to our little Gen Alphas.
right. So I think that Gen Alphas. I think generations kind of always go back and forth to being a little bit better.
Yeah.
It was like better, worse, better, worse.
Yeah. Hot take.
So
that
I
could be a hot take. Come at us. Let us know.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Gen Alpha. I hope we're in the good.
Yeah.
Like we're doing it right.
I feel hopeful. This is a good batch of
see-
kids, right? Like our kids' peers, they're fine, right? We got some good people in here.
So I'm not feeling very hopeful in the sense of like looking at what kids exist now, but
I love that. It's like,
I will.
like no.
But I will say that I do think that millennials are just having, like, they're having epiphanies like, whoa, we need to do better.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
We're
so-
recognizing patterns in our parents. Sorry, parents out there, but we are wanting to not repeat the same mistakes. So I think we're trying to do things a little bit differently. Like we're
Well, and
recognizing
we're seeing the
things.
current teenagers
Yes.
and being like, how do we not do that?
Yeah. What do we need to do?
What do we need
Especially because it's different. It always comes back to this too, the technology. We didn't get technology till later in our like
Yeah.
teenage lives. So our parents didn't have to parent that. That was new. Whereas now our kids are growing up with technology. So like we've got a whole new thing that we're smacking on top of our like parenting of our Gen Alphas.
Yeah.
So it's very
Yeah.
interesting.
I will say that don't get me wrong, kids still use a lot of technology. I have seen less of phones on young kids recently. I don't feel like I see them as much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the schools that our kids go to, because I don't see it. But then I also, whenever I travel someplace, then I see devices out. So I'm like, I don't know. It's hard to gauge, right? Because I don't know if it's just the mom's cell phone where it's like here, like, you know, play on the
Right.
notepad or something. So it's hard for me. I don't know. So I'd love to like pay more attention now to kind of see like, are we on top of this? Are us millennials really trying to hack down on this with our kiddos? Because it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, we're running out of time because there's so many good things.
No,
okay.
hot takes is so fun.
Hot takes are good. One night stands help no one.
Ooh, help no one. What
You
are the
already know
options here?
So the options are agreed. It's tacky.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with having a little fun. And I don't care. Just you do you, boo.
I mean,
So
I don't think they help people.
No,
Like-
I think. Don't judge me. I think it's tacky.
I'm
Come
in
on,
the category
you couldn't even
of
do
like,
like a date or like 2 dates or I don't know. Like you don't know this person.
I mean,
if
usually
you don't
you kind of get to know them a little bit. Like it's not a stranger entirely by the time that you guys have made it back to someone's place. You've
kind of,
hung out with
because-
this person for a couple
no.
hours.
Yeah, but you really don't know what you're getting from them or
You're the only
Like-
thing that you're getting from them is the physical aspect, and some people like that. So that's why I'm in the
Yeah.
category of you do you, boo. For
Yeah.
that one. I mean, I don't think coming back to the hot take on it, I don't think you gain anything from it as far as like obviously how many relationships have stemmed from one night stands. I don't know. But traditionally speaking, it's not the most popular choice of
No.
meeting your future spouse, but
I think you lose from it, but
Oh.
that's just me. I think you lose a part of yourself every time you do that
I can
with
see that.
somebody else. It builds baggage, I think. It builds expectations. It builds comparing. It builds. So I think you lose a little chunk of you and you can never take that back. Just my opinion. Ozempic is an easy button.
Ooh, this is definitely current event for sure. Very.
Bro, just go work out and eat right. I mean, it's pretty nice. Only for some people.
Oh, okay. I see. What? Oh, I guess we can talk about that after we've shared our opinions on it.
Oh, did I share the last one? Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Yeah.
I didn't share what the results were. So 50% said it's tacky.
Okay.
25% said nothing wrong with having a little fun. 25% said I don't care. You do you, boo.
Okay. And I could see that one being a mixed review too of men versus women. And also, because I think men approach that probably more lightly than women do. I think we
Yeah, it
pride ourselves on our intimacy more than a man would. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Not to just toss you in that category, but I mean, like traditionally, like at the bar,
Yeah.
who's like high fiving one night stands? It's the dude who's like,
Yeah,
oopsies,
yeah, yeah.
that
And the
happened
girl's
last
kind
night.
of like,
like,
"Oh,"
oopsies, help
You're
me.
going to get more of a reaction from a girl.
Come save me. I'm doing the walk of
Yeah.
shame. Like,
For sure. Okay, so Ozempic. What do we think about it? I think just work out.
yeah, it's
and
a
eat
little bit of
healthy.
an easy
for
button.
most people.
Yes, yeah.
Because if you're really obese, right, like you're 6'4", 100 pounds, 500 pounds, whatever, like
My
and
favorite
you-
show.
Yeah, like okay, it might be a good option for
Yes,
you, right?
because they're not
But-
going on a treadmill right now. Like they physically can't.
Right.
Like,
But they need to quickly, once they get to being mobile and like being able to do stuff, they
Yeah.
need to quickly change because at the end of the day, Ozempic does not fix eating habits and laziness.
oh, for sure.
So
yes.
like you either have to remain forever on it, which most people, or you just get fat again because you didn't fix
Yeah.
that. Like it as much as maybe some people deny, it is a mental disorder in the
Yeah.
sense of you have to change that thinking.
Yeah.
You have to change it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you have no hope of remaining skinny off of it.
And I think this
it-
matches with what dietitians and physicians say about diet culture, weight loss surgeries, weight loss
Yeah.
pills, and medications. Like, what happens? These people traditionally always gain the weight back because, like you
Yeah.
said, it always comes back to some sort of something's happening in your brain. You're wired this way. You have to work.
It's a habit.
to-
It's an addiction.
Yeah, exactly. It's an addiction. They have to go backwards and like fix
Yep.
whatever and tackle it from there. So I'm on the easy button side for some people
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So it was 60% said, bro, just go work out and eat right.
That answer.
I thought it was good.
It's a good answer. It's just funny though. Bro.
40% said only for some people.
Okay. I could see that where a lot of people, it's going to be society is going to be divided on that because it's very popular right now. And I think a lot of people are seeing positive results from it. So they're going to say like, oh, I want that. It's going to help me into the weight loss journey. And then I'm going to
Yeah.
do the hard work and get there. So I could see
Yeah.
where it's like some people would say it's It's fine. Like,
Their problem is there's a lot of side effects. So like
Yeah.
if you really need it, then it's worth it. But the side effects, not worth it, guys.
yeah,
It's not
please
worth it.
approach this with guidance from your
Research it.
physician, research it, and then go into it, I think, with the mindset that you only want to do it temporarily to get you that jump start into a healthy lifestyle, and then try to really focus on your basics. Yeah.
All right. I love this one because I have a very strong opinion on this. Pugs are disgusting, as are most small dogs or lap dogs.
I like how it just goes straight with the pugs, though. Full throttle
Oh,
into
there's
the pug.
wow. Okay, hold on. This is strong. I didn't even see the results until right now.
Okay.
All right. So the options are, oh, they're so cute. Ew, they're so gross, and whatever.
Okay. Okay.
What do you guess that the percentages are?
I'm going to say, because we're saying small dogs too, right? We're putting pugs and small dogs, or is this specifically saying pugs?
It's just saying like pugs are disgusting, as are most small dogs or lap dogs.
I'm going to say it's divided. 50 for small dogs are gross and pugs, and then 50 for like, it's whatever. They're cute.
Okay. So they're so cute. 0%.
No one likes pugs. Look.
Ew, they're so gross. 75%.
Wow.
And whatever.
Okay.
25%.
Yeah.
I despise pugs.
Pugs-
I cannot. I just cannot.
Genetically speaking, pugs are a
They're not
squished
cute.
faced chihuahua, though. So they
not
are
cute.
small brained and dumb.
And like they're like,
Yeah.
like I just.
I
can't.
wonder, are they
I
actually
just
like
can't.
more inbred than other breeds of dogs that are like our toy dogs, right? Like our little fluffy schnauzers and our French bulldogs and stuff. Like, aren't they probably lower because they have the
I-
smallest brain out of all of them? Like, because aren't they
I
chihuahuas?
actually don't know.
They have
I'm
giant
not sure.
eyeballs like a chihuahua. I think pugs, they definitely are going to be the least liked as far as like if we could put a group of dog breeds in a category. Like they're over in the category that not a lot of people like.
They're all dumb because they've just shrunk them
They're
so
too
much.
small. Yeah.
Yeah. So I am on the ill gross side. Okay. We have 3 more. So we're going to quickly go through these. The next one, I have no opinion on this because I didn't watch the show. Game of Thrones ending was good.
Oh, interesting. That's a good one. The ending, it kind of like left us a little bit. I will say it was good because I enjoyed the series of Game of Thrones, but I wish for a little bit more. Like I almost feel like they
Okay.
could have entered it differently. So I'm medium
so
on
you're
that.
in the vote. It was okay.
Yes, it was okay for sure.
Okay. So 25% said I liked it.
Mm.
25% said no, it ruined the show for me.
Ooh, I could see that. A lot of people didn't like it. Yeah,
50% said it was okay.
I could see that. Yeah, because a lot of people who
So-
read the books didn't like the ending of the series. But I didn't read the books. I just watched the show. So I think maybe that's why I thought it was okay.
Yeah. If this was Lost,
We would say it sucked. Waste
It
of
ruined
time.
the
Yes,
show
it ruined
for
the
me.
show. Yeah. I liked not knowing what was going on with the people for so many seasons
think-
in Lost. So for it to all be like so weird the last couple episodes really ruined it for me personally.
so I think with Lost, I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I have no comparison or opinion on this. But for Lost, I think what really annoyed people is that the writers said they wanted to leave it up for interpretation.
I hate that.
What is that?
I just spent hours
Can you just
of my
tell
life.
us which one it is?
Yeah.
Like were they dead or alive?
Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's
is there
all
a
I wanna
book?
know.
Is Lost a book?
No.
Okay, so we can't even
don't
like
think
go
so.
back and read a book and be like, oh,
No.
I know. Like, so we got
No.
nothing.
Nothing.
Awful.
So they're just like whatever you interpret, and we're like, no.
trash.
So that ruined it for me. I loved that show,
Yeah.
and then I was like, nope, never watched it again. And it took me so long because I watched it live on TV.
Ooh, with commercials.
And so like I waited like I don't know how long Lost was, but I want to say 5 or 6 years,
yeah.
right?
And
5
they're
years,
hour-long
maybe?
episodes too, so it's
Yeah,
it's very
so I waited
time
5
consuming.
years to realize that I ruined
Yeah.
it. Jackie binge watched it,
Yeah.
so she didn't waste too much of
I
her
only
life.
wasted days, like consecutive hours upon hours
Yeah.
of watching. Like, so it's okay. I don't regret
So-
it, but I'm also disappointed.
Very disappointing, but it's okay. Okay, next one. Pineapple on pizza is great, but ham, ugh.
These are such. We have a
Which
full
I had to-
spectrum of hot takes here, guys.
Which I had to read that again because I was like, I thought initially the hot take was that pineapple on pizza was bad.
Yeah, that's how I read it as well. Yeah, where it's
But
like,
no, pineapple on pizza is great, but ham, gross.
interesting. I like Hawaiian pizza, so for me,
I love
like
Hawaiian
yeah.
pizza.
So the two of those together for me is deliciosa. So I don't know like ham, but like a meat lover's pizza is gonna have ham on it as well, and I like that too. So I know I'm not
I
like
love
dismissing
ham on pizza.
So I'm not dismissing ham at all. Like I don't.
So
maybe this
I put
person
ham-
just doesn't like ham. Like
I put ham on my pizza like when I get the cheesy stuffed crust, I put ham on the pizza.
tasty. Yeah, I'm
Like
here for
just
it.
ham.
Yeah, delicious.
100% said I love ham on my pizza.
This poor person
Okay.
was like, "This is a good hot take. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna divide the nation." Like,
That is a hot take though, because most like everyone had disagreed with them. So it is a hot
yes,
take.
yeah. And also, I thought traditionally, I think it's the people who are like, "Don't put pineapple on pizza." That's like the argument is like, why are you putting
the
a
argument.
fruit on a pizza? So it's just we're just like spinning it up a little bit with the ham.
I am all about pineapple on pizza. So
Yum.
okay, last one quickly. Most big cities destinations are way overrated. Less popular places are always a better trip.
Yeah, that one's a
So,
good one.
I really like most often I like places like I love going in areas that are not common. I love that. But so the options are agree. I love the small town vibes. I love all the famous landmarks and spots. A little bit of both is nice.
I voted for the little bit of both.
So 100% of people said a little bit of both is nice.
Yeah, because we all want our untouched, right? We all want to go someplace that's like a little bit of a hidden
Yeah.
gem, not covered in tourists, not overpriced. Like we're not getting price gouged because
Right.
it's a popular destination, but it's actually garbage because of it. So I'm definitely in the middle. But then there's obviously the sites around the world that I'm going to go see, just like every
Yeah.
tourist in the world. And we're going to like just be annoying at this place. Things are going to cost a lot of money. They're going to be awful. It's going to be trashed, crime, graffiti, trash on the floor. Like, and that's
Yep.
just the way we are now. But I wish it wasn't like that. I'd love to find more untouched gems and like explore the world that way. But
For sure. Well, that was fun.
it was fun.
I
I,
love
feel
doing
like
hot
we could
takes.
do we could do like a
we
series on
could.
hot takes.
We hit an hour.
Yeah,
So
especially because people gave us some fun ones that we wouldn't have thought of. So I feel like that
That
was
was
kind of
fun.
fun to have different perspectives. So if you guys heard anything in today's episode that you want to like add some more insight into,
Comment
yeah,
below.
definitely comment and let us know because there's some stuff that we don't know all about either. So we'd love to kind of hear what you guys think. So definitely. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Share an episode with your friends and family. We'd love for everyone to subscribe and check us out.
yes. And thank you for joining us for another week. We'll chat next week.
Bye.
Bye.